Hello, I'm Andy, and I'm going to read to you a weekly horoscope that's from the 9th of July up to the 15th of July. 9th of July up to 15th of July, and that's for you coming from Pisces. So let's start with the 9th of July, which is a Sunday. And there are planets there which can make you say and do things in an aggressive way. So try to take the soft approach in the morning and afternoon session. Try to be understanding. You can be sometimes over determined to get things done and therefore come out very pushy and very prodding as well. Try not to do that, otherwise you are going to spoil your morning and afternoon session. The evening and nightfall is also not so good, but I'm not saying that the morning afternoon is not good. It's all left to your temperament. But the evening and nightfall session are planets that can either bring depression, or you meet somebody you don't like, or you get news or something said to you you don't like, or your plans could be cancelled or postponed. So disappointments like that are waiting to happen during the evening and nightfall period of the 9th of July. So tell yourself to be prepared so that you are already covered the ground where things can go wrong, and that way you can turn the whole day and bring it under control. The 10th of July is a Monday, and there are many ego planets there. These ego planets are not against you, but where romance and marriage is concerned, do not allow this ego to come in. Otherwise, you're going to have trouble. At your place of work, try to control your ego. I'd rather you be very helpful and appreciative and supportive of everyone, whether in personal life, which means marriage, romance, whether in career or business areas, in the morning, afternoon and early evening periods. You will do very well on this Monday as long as you take the soft approach. The evening and nightfall period is especially when I want the soft approach. Words that are sweet, a tone of voice which is lovely, your actions which are very loving as well. And the evening you will have a wonderful time and be able to do well. Don't be easily too disappointed and then show your temper. Let's go to the 11th of July, which is a Tuesday, and that starts very well for you. You get good news at place of work, you get support from colleagues, from bosses. In business you can make changes and you are again allowed to do well and win contracts as well. And in your area of marriage and romance, you will do fine. So go out with the people you love. Go out with the people you want business from. Go out with the people you work with. It's going to be paying you in the long term. The 12th of July starts with a bit of difficulty. These are planets which tend to make you defensive, so you become dominating or stubborn. And because of this, you're going to have differences at your place of work with people. Same goes with your marriage and family people. Don't want to do that. And same goes with your romance partner. I'd rather you be appreciative and show a lot of thankfulness of their support. And that way, in all areas of your life, you can improve your morning and afternoon and early evening periods. Your evening and nightfall periods are good. They improve tremendously. You may find solutions during the evening period where earlier part of the day you couldn't. Things are starting to relax. Good to socialize with whoever you want. Mix business and pleasure. Go out with your colleagues. Go out with your marriage, romance partner. Plenty of bonding is taking place. The 13th of July, which is a Thursday, brings difficulties for you at your place of work. And these difficulties could either because you are rebellious or others are rebellious against you. Either way, there's disagreement, there is difficulty in getting together to come to a solution, there are arguments, there are differences of all kinds. So you don't want this to happen since you have already listened, you've heard this from me. Try to be appreciative and supportive of the plans of other people. Let others take the lead and you will be much better off. The evening and nightfall period is when you can be very stubborn, and this stubbornness can lead to a confrontation, and of course you will tend to behave very dominatingly. All this is a recipe for spoiling the evening. I'd rather you just go home and just sulk there, listen to music. But if you have to be out, you cannot afford to be stubborn. You have to be a person very flexible and definitely not rebellious. Rebellious means not agreeable. And so I want you to be agreeable, and this way you can make the day better and the night better too. The 14th of July is going to be a really bad day for you, I have to say. The difficulty is that morning afternoon session, whatever can go wrong is going to go wrong. Let's put it that way. Bad news comes in business, bad news comes in your job or career areas, difficulties in marriage and romance, and definitely don't want to argue. Choose your words very carefully. Every word will mean something else to somebody else. So you cannot afford to just vaguely say things. Miscommunications, miscalculations can be very expensive. It's such a terrible day. Evening and nightfall period, rebellious planets also join in. And so now you're rebellious and you are countering things and you're saying things in a rebellious way with no respect for anybody. That's really not very good. Okay? Well, what can you do on such a bad day? You have to lie low. You have to let others take the lead. You have to show a following. I'd rather you be a follower than be a leader. You have to definitely not challenge anyone morning, noon or night. And that way you can lessen the fury of these planets. They will leave you alone. And therefore you can start to change your tone of voice, change the way you say things. Choose your words carefully, and bit by bit you will improve the morning and the afternoon and then the evening and the night. It's possible. The 15th of July, which is a Saturday, it starts beautifully for you. It can't be any better. And so morning, afternoon and a bit of the early evening period, you get plenty of support and you're happy in all areas of life. It's a Saturday, it's a holiday. Even if you're working, you'll get good news. But there is one single planet who's floating around in the morning, afternoon and early evening period. This is the planet of disagreement, of argument, of making things get into a state of quarrel or into an anger state. So this planet will now and then poke fire here and there and then leave you. But in the evening and nightfall period, this planet becomes very strong. So things can go very wrong in the evening and nightfall period. So already hearing this from me, you cannot afford to put blame on people or to accuse anyone of anything. You cannot afford to act independently, like doing what you want. I'd rather you don't take the lead, let somebody else make the plans, just follow and remain low-key and just have a good time. Watch out that in areas of marriage and romance, things can be stretched to breaking point in the evening and nightfall session. So don't push your luck too much. Well, I'm already Skyping and I'm charging USD 50 for a 90-minute Skype session with me. And that will be based on your date of birth and your time of birth, and me looking at your palms while we Skype, and I'll be reading your face while we Skype. And if you want me to use Kabbalistic Tarot cards in those 90 minutes, I will do so as well. So go to Facebook and follow me, communicate with me, ask me questions. I'm going to be very accurate for you for your next 4 or 5 or 6 years while we Skype in all areas of your life. Or just go to Skype itself and leave me a message. Or go to my email, it's written there next to the video you're watching, and communicate with me. I want to do well for you. So try to contact me. It's only USD 50 and it's for your next 5 or 6 years. How can you ever lose? So do that and I'll be very happy to help you out. We're going to have a good session. I can just feel it. Until then, thank you and good luck.